Who would win in a fight? A vampire or a werewolf?
I think it would probably be a vampire, because they could, like, turn into a bat and fly away. And, like, the werewolf's not going to catch up if you're a bat.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. What's your answer?
I don't know. If it was, like, hand-to-hand combat, I'd give it to the werewolf. If it's like a chase scene, I'd probably give it to the vampire.
Okay.
Because I think your point of, like, the vampire turning into a bat, very valid.
I mean, it totally depends on what type of vampire you're talking about.
That is true.
Is it
I don't know what I've been thinking about this. I'm like, there's the Twilight vampire werewolf, which I haven't ever, like, seen the full movies, so I'm not sure if I'm expert there. And then there's, like, I feel like just, like, general, like, just vampire werewolf lore.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Twilight vampires don't turn into bats, right?
Yeah, they just sparkle.
Sparkle?
That's all they got.
Then they have, like, super speed, super strength.
Yeah, I think it depends on the one.
Okay.
I have actually seen all the movies.
Oh, so you are an expert
I don't recommend it. I'm offending some people, but I don't recommend it. But yeah, they can be really fast. Some of them have weird powers, like one can see into the future, which is why the last movie is terrible, because it's just a huge retcon on her seeing the future. But yeah, I don't know if any of those would really help fighting a werewolf, because the werewolves they have are just like actual wolves.
Okay.
And I don't think those are cool. I'm thinking werewolf. I'm thinking like Lupin.
Oh, I guess we do have Harry Potter.
That's a whole nother bag.
Yeah.
Well, we can probably...
Well, we'll have more time to talk about this.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody, to the Sam's Midnight Rumblings. It is not currently midnight, but the inspiration for this came because of a conversation we had at midnight.
And all the conversations we'll have are probably conversations that you might hear if you're up past midnight, so...
Just start getting you
ready.
Party. Mm-hmm. So with this being the first episode, we decided we would do like a little interview, get to know each other type of questions. Thankfully, Sam is much more of an on top of his life person, so he has a full list for us to go through.
Should we dive in?
Yeah, we can dive in.
Okay, let's go. First question. Well, I should preface this. Most of you who will be listening to this probably already know who we are. Probably aren't strangers. If you're a stranger, this question is for you.
Yes.
Sam, how would you describe yourself so that listeners can, like, imagine you in their head?
Oh, okay. I would describe myself as tall, balding, skinny, extremely white, probably uncoordinated looking, and left-handed, because that's important.
All right, yes.
What's your mental image of yourself?
I've been thinking about this, and I've been trying to think of, like, actors I could, like, compare myself to. And I don't know if I've come up with any. I did think of Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson? Yeah?
I was like, yeah, maybe.
Honestly,
like, dark
I can
hair.
see it.
Except, I don't know. In Harry Potter and Twilight, he just looks like...
drugged.
Yeah, like red eyes, white. So, like, not that, but, like, hair maybe... I don't know, I'm, like, average height. I wear glasses. Depends on the day what glasses I'm wearing.
Do you actually have more... I don't know if I've ever noticed... Do you wear more than one pair of glasses?
Yeah.
What?
So currently I'm wearing a clear framed, which I've been wearing more recently because they stay on my face better. But my newest pair, which is probably what you saw me when when you first got to know me, was my round, like, tortoise shell
I do remember
glasses. I currently have a mustache.
Oh, yeah.
Not a very good looking mustache.
If there's an episode 2, you're going to hear a lot about that thing.
Yes. And I've got kind of longish brown hair that depends on the day what it will look like, because that also changes frequently.
There was recently, he showed up and just did his hair in a different style, and everybody thought he got his hair trimmed.
That's happened multiple days. Not like recently, but like
so weird.
Around that time, I don't know what you're thinking of, but it was like 3 different times in like a week.
Yeah.
That like I just like did it differently.
Oh.
Because I just like to change things up, and people asked me if I got a haircut. I was like, no.
I just remember it was a Sunday, and we like went to church, and you were like, every single person we met were like, "Did you get your haircut?" And you're like, "No," every single time.
Oh, maybe that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember.
Not important.
But yeah, I don't know if that really helped. But yeah, you have some weird images going in your minds now.
Yes. Draw us as you like, apparently. Well, Sam, describe your childhood in 90 seconds.
Ooh, okay. I grew up in Rigby, Idaho. Was not born there, but grew up there. I'd say it was a pretty, like, idealistic childhood. Like, summers, we had to do chores, like weeding the garden, which was, like, the absolute worst. Or like cleaning in the house, and like vacuuming, dusting, cleaning the bathrooms, everything. But like we had our free time. We could play outside. Like it was the best. I loved summer because I didn't have to wear shoes going outside. So I'd like beg my parents and ask, be like, when can I, like, is it time? Can I go barefoot? And then they would like say yes, and I could just do it. The only thing about that was when I came in, I'd have to like wash them in the tub. But
that's fair.
I don't know, like going barefoot in the summer was the best. And we had a pop-up trailer that my dad would pop up in our like driveway, and starting in like middle to end of May, kind of like right around when school got out, we like would sleep out there as kids, and I would like go all the way until like pretty much school started. It was like the best.
That is kind of like the dream. That sounds so nice.
We'd also ride our bikes into town and go to the library. And
wait, how far away was town then?
I mean, it's not very far. It's probably a couple miles. I'm trying to think as like a kid how long it would take me to get there. I'd say like
what's your top
15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Trying to think. I think we mainly went to the library. I don't think we ever like went grocery shopping, because we had a Brolum's, which is just a local grocery store. Kind of like a Lee's, if you're...
It kind of sounded like you were mumbling there. Brolum's?
Brolum's, yeah.
Brolum's?
Broulims.
Okay.
It's a real thing.
I believe you.
From Eastern Idaho, you know what it is. But yeah, we'd like go as kids. My mom would do it. Primarily probably just at gas, but we used to like go to the library. When I was older, I would just like ride to the library by myself and like check out books.
That's so nice.
At one point, like our junior high was in town too, so we'd like my older siblings did it more than I did, I think. So we'd like ride our bikes to school, so we didn't have to ride the school bus.
Oh, that's way
Then I'd like
fun.
ride it home and like stop at the library, check out some books, and like go home. Like, sorry, this is way more than 90 seconds. Just telling you everything about my childhood. But the one thing about the libraries, we went so much that the librarians like knew who we were. And I remember when the 5th Percy Jackson book came out, The Last Olympian, they called us. And
No
we're
way.
like, we got it. And it'll be ready this afternoon if you want to pick it up.
Wow.
And I think that happened with the 7th Harry Potter too.
Wow.
Like we were like the first people to get that book too.
Bunch of nerds.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm sorry. I love reading. So yeah, that's my childhood.
Nice.
Tell me about your childhood in 90 seconds.
In 90 seconds, I'll actually tell myself. I'm just kidding. Let's see. I was born in Pueblo, Colorado. Grew up in Colorado City, which is just like a little bit south of there. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. I just had all sisters, and they were definitely more outdoorsy than I was. You were talking about going outside with like out your shoes, and I was the exact opposite. I was such a like, I don't want dirt to touch me. I don't want to like have to put my hands into anything that would make me have to go clean them. Like, just please leave me clean. So I liked the indoors at that point. But eventually we ended up moving during my middle school years to this really small town called Kim. So small. I was the only kid in my grade. We had a total of 60 kids, kindergarten through high school. It was awesome. So that was definitely interesting. Learned a lot about sitting in cars for hours and hours on end because nothing was close. And then we moved back for my high school years and did sports, and now here we are, living life. Was that 90 seconds? Was that less than 90
That's
seconds?
pretty close, I think.
See, I know how to follow rules. I am a rule
I looked at
follower.
it, but it wasn't an even, like, the timer was on even second, so I had a hard time, like, so it wasn't like something I could remember.
Easy numbers to go through. Oh, man. That's funny.
Follow-up question. How far was, like, the grocery store to the town after you moved from Pueblo?
Oh, so the really small town?
Yeah.
Grocery store was an hour.
Ooh.
Everything was an hour. There was a store in town called the Kim Outpost, only store in town. Thus, everything was like 2 times as expensive as anywhere else. But they had really good hamburgers, so that was nice. But yeah, that was the only one. Everything else, hour away. Everything we did, hour away.
What a life.
Mm-hmm. So much. Oh, I got so many good stories from down there.
Mm.
Learned a lot of, let me just preface it, tarantulas, kamikaze birds. Wildlife down there was just different. So,
All right.
I got a lot of fun times with those. I mean, you get to pick this time.
I know. Here's a good one. Which of the 4 seasons best describes your personality?
Personality? I think that depends on the day, honestly. Because a lot of times I'm like winter, I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to be awake. I don't want it to be daytime. Just leave me in my dark hole and let me sleep. And then there's other times where it's, dang, now I'm thinking about more, it's probably more winter. If I'm being honest.
Why do you say that?
Mainly, I don't know. I feel like winter is just the like chill. Everyone's just indoors for the most part. But when they go out, it's usually like really fun stuff that they go do. And I feel like that's more my speed. I'm really like chill, doing nothing, and then if there's something fun, I'm like instantly into it and gotta do it. But for the rest of the time, I'm just that quiet, reserved, just
All right.
let things go by. So yeah, probably winter. Not my favorite season, but probably winter.
Nice.
What about yours?
I think spring or fall, but I think I'm gonna go with spring.
Okay.
Because spring is very like, you'll have a good day, and then the next day will be like rainy and cold and windy. And not that like I feel like I'm a happy person, and then like super sad, but I just feel like my moods like sometimes I can have like a really good day, and then the next day is just like the worst day, or like I'll just feel terrible. And I just like, I want the consistency. I think like people might be surprised because I feel like to other people I try to like have like a positive, happy attitude. So maybe like summer, but I think like inside it's like up and down, like all over the place. Maybe even a single day you'll have like a super sunny day and then like it'll get overcast and rainy, or like vice versa.
Down in the dumps.
I'd say spring.
Honestly, that's probably like the best description of spring I've ever heard. So yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Cool. What is your favorite season?
Ooh, I love summer. Probably summer, but like beginning summer and end of summer when you get like the perfect like 60-degree weather days, those are like the best. I love summer, but like just in general, just because you like do so much fun stuff. It's like more relaxed. You stay out late.
That's true.
Like everyone's like trying to do fun stuff, where in like the winter it's harder to do fun stuff.
So much harder.
Especially if you don't do like winter sports.
Yep. Very true. Yeah. Summer's good. What's something that every grown adult should know or do?
Ooh, that's a good
We're
question.
going deep.
Give
us your
I
Sam
think
wisdom.
they should know how to read a recipe. And like basic
I feel like
functions.
attacked now.
Okay, this isn't about you.
I don't know.
I've never had to cook for you. I've never lived with you, so I don't know like that sort of
It's
stuff.
a good thing.
But I just basic how to like go around the kitchen, like know what to do. I just feel like I was thinking about this question earlier, and
Man, I think I need to get background. Sam is currently studying cheese.
Oh yes.
And
hey, that might be an answer for another question.
Food science, just to give an idea of
that is
where
true.
it's coming from.
And so I don't know. I was thinking back, and I'm pretty sure one of my roommates, like, I was like helping him make something, and I just feel like it was pretty simple, and I ended up. Well, I'm also probably just a control, but like, I don't know. I just think that like, that's an important thing. Think is like, follow a recipe and like, be able to make food for yourself.
Yes, honestly, you're right. It's a very important thing. It's something every adult should know, and I, as an adult, should also know it, and I do not know it as well as I should. My biggest problem is the recipes that I have are from like my sisters, and for whatever reason, half of them only include like half the instructions on how to make it. They're like, here's the ingredients, and I hope I even included what the ingredient name was instead of just the number of how much you need of it. And then like half a sentence that's like, turn on the oven, mix stuff, put it in the oven, take it out, put the rest of the stuff on it. And it's like, what? So, yeah.
That would be hard.
Yeah. So I obviously just need better recipes.
What's something that you think every grown adult should know?
How to identify a scam. Because the amount of things that people get scammed by is just sad. And then also the ways that they get scammed is also very sad. Like if you have some random Indian guy calling you in the middle of the day, there's a good chance that like you don't need to talk to him. So just don't talk to him. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't give in to scams by being a people pleaser. Please. But yeah,
Funny story about that.
Oh no.
I didn't get scammed.
Okay.
But it just reminded me. Last night I got a phone call on the number I hadn't saved. And normally when that happens, I'll just not answer it. But it was like a Logan area code. So I was like, okay, maybe like, I feel like most people I know, like I have their number saved, but like I'll answer it. And I was like watching something on my iPad with my AirPod. And I like answered the call, and I was just gonna do like my phone audio because I didn't want to have like the switch over.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't realize I actually had to hit the button to like say this is like I want to do phone audio. So I was like hello, and like I couldn't hear anything. So I was like, huh, this is weird. So I hung up, and then the person texted me, and I was like, ooh shit.
No.
So then I like called them back, and I was like, sorry. we didn't address it. It's just my head. I was just like, oh shoot. You probably heard me talking. And
oh my gosh. Do you ever get scared of like butt dialing somebody and just like not being aware of it during like the worst time ever?
No, that's never been a fear of mine.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not really mine either, but I'm pretty sure it happened once. I don't remember what was going on. And I don't think it was anything serious, but it was definitely like, they like told me like 2 days later, they're like, hey, how was like the game? And you're like, what game? They're like, well, you called me and I heard a lot of screaming, so I assumed you were at a game. Yeah, so that's a fear I have.
I think in high school I randomly called the police on my phone, maybe. But I think I just hung up and I don't know. Like I don't remember. Well, it wasn't a smartphone. It was like a slide phone. So you actually had the keyboard.
You got the cool ones.
So I don't know like how I did it, because like here, like I've accidentally like pressed my power button so much, so it's like the emergency call. Gotcha. And it like went into the countdown of like, we're gonna call emergency services, and I like ended it. I was like, I hope the countdown was to like before they called and not like we're calling them. So.
Oh man, when I've gone snowboarding, I've had them call a couple times because like they like rolled out a new update to where like it has collision detection.
Oh.
So it's like, oh, you were in an accident. Let's call the police. And it's like, no. So I've had a couple of like calls that I didn't realize, and then they just text me like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Please don't come to my address. Everything's okay. I'm not dying.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
Okay. This question
It's your turn.
thought of me another. What is one of your pet peeves?
Pet peeves.
And is it pet peeves, right? Or is it like, because I feel like growing up is like pet peeves, but I think it's peeves. Like it peeves you, right?
I'm pretty sure it's peeves.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure, but I'm not we're just going to go with it. On this podcast,
It's
it is
pet
pet
peeves.
peeves. So what peeves me? So many things. But what is at the top? People not going when the light turns green. Like, if I have to sit there for 5 seconds after it's green, after watching people, like, 20 cars go through the red light, and then you're still just sitting there at the green light, I understand, like, safety. People in Utah are crazy. I don't know how to drive right. But it's green! Go!
That's a good one.
Yeah. I think someone, like, told a joke about it once. They're all like, the reason why people in Utah take forever to go on a green light is because they're too busy praying for it to turn green that they don't actually realize it's turned.
That's funny.
What's your pet peeve?
One of them is when my roommates use up all the toilet paper, leave them to roll, and then just grab a new roll and leave it out. Like, can we just like replace it? Like, how hard is it? And I like understand because it's like feels like a lot of effort, but it like literally takes 5 seconds.
Is yours like one of the like pop ones? You have to like pop it out and then slide it on.
Yeah, it has like the like compressible like cylinder.
Okay. See, I would change it out because that's just fun to play with. So it's like nice to just be like, pop out, pop it in. You're like loading a gun. I don't know. Maybe that sounded weird.
Maybe as a kid I would do that. But like as an adult, I'm just like, this is annoying. Like, why can't people just do this? Or another toilet paper thing is when they don't use all the toilet paper on the roll and they throw it away and there's still like maybe like 2 or 3 squares on it.
Who does that?
I don't know. And I can like also kind of understand because it's like the last stuff, so it's maybe like it's the glued on stuff. You have to like
just take it off and throw it in the toilet. You don't even have to.
Yeah.
Ugh. Now I got a new pet peeve. Dang.
You're welcome.
Ugh. Gosh, don't like that. Do you have any irrational fears?
Ooh, we're going off script. Yeah, probably like of rodents. Specifically rats and mice. Backstory on this. I just have never liked like mice. I'm okay with like squirrels.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. A couple years ago, we started getting squirrels in our yard back home at my parents' house, which we're like in like our house where it is used to be like a potato field. Because it's Idaho, and so like it's a developed neighborhood, but it's only been around for like 20 years, or maybe like 23.
So
and it's not in like the city. There's no like parks nearby, so that was kind of like weird to be like, oh, there's like squirrels in our yard, and like there's nothing around, but like I see squirrels and I'm fine. But like this is so like irrational. Like at Hogle Zoo, they have like their rodent house. I think I don't know. It's like you go in. And it's like all enclosed and you have like the different cages. Like, I think I've gone in once and I was okay, but it like, because we went a couple times as a kid. I refused or like, it took me forever to go. Like, it is like, yeah, like I don't know what I'm going to do as a single adult. If I get my own house ever and have to deal with that, that's a fear of mine.
One of the things I've heard for like rats or like mice is to actually it's like you fill up a water bucket and then you have like a lid that can like spin.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that.
I've heard you do it, but
I don't want to take care of the rat or mouse when it's drowned.
You're gonna have to call someone. Hey, can
or
you
like
come dump my bucket?
Like we have like sticky traps at our house for like spiders and that stuff. But they're like you could do like mice on it, and I'm like I don't really want to take care of that.
Yeah.
Or like even like the mouse traps, like
It's true. The after effects are the worst.
I like that's like, and I've dealt with like dead mice before, like picking them up with like shovels and like throwing them in our garbage.
So
And like my dog growing up used to like mouse hunt
animals
and like would like play with it and kill them ultimately. So like I've seen that. It's just like I don't want to have to deal with it.
Oh man. I don't think it's an irrational fear. I think it's a valid fear. Like, bubonic plague happened because of them. We should be scared
You're right.
of them. We should be scared of them. They're nasty things.
Number one public enemy are the rats.
Them and mosquitoes, man. They're the worst. Oh,
What's one of your irrational fears?
This is one some people may know, but I have a fear/phobia of the marshmallows in like Lucky Charms or Marshmallow Maze.
It's very irrational.
I don't know what it is, but like I ate them growing up and they were awesome, but now it's just like the idea of just like biting into one of those just freaks me out.
They're the best part of Lucky Charms.
Nope.
Yes, you'd rather have the bland anchors
I
or whatever,
would get
the clovers?
all the anchors. If they sell just anchors, I would have those because they're whatever. But like the marshmallows just freak me out. Don't
That's
know.
funny.
Like I can't eat them dry, can't eat them wet, can't eat them ever. They're just, ugh.
I don't blame you eating them wet, but
Are you one of those dry cereal people?
yes.
Oh no.
I love dry cereal.
No.
I'll have dry granola, but
Yeah, I can do dry granola.
the closest I'll get is having like yogurt with granola, like a parfait. But like, and then growing up, I remember as a kid, I had milk on my cereal, but I think it just got like soggy, and I don't like texture things. Sometimes eating just like weirds me out.
That's fair.
Especially like when it's like soggy stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely like a fine balance, and you gotta
So
get
I
it at
think
the right soggy
something
level.
happened that like just stopped me, and I've never gone back.
Traumatized ever since.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is so awesome. Oh man. I've learned that there are a lot of dry cereal people in my life, and they freak me out now. So get out.
I love dry cereal.
Oh
I love
man.
cereal. Do you want a more get to know you question or random question?
Ooh.
That's my question. Just kidding.
I don't know. What do you think the listeners would enjoy? What are the listeners burning to know about Sam and Sam?
The Sams.
The Sams.
We'll just do this one. This is another standard not standard, but a get to know you question. What are 3 things everyone should know about you? And then it's 2 parts. What is one thing most people don't know about you?
Oh gosh, this is like too much introspection. One thing people should know about me, or 3 things people should know.
Yes.
Okay. 1, I will be your best friend as long as you're the first one to talk to me. I will not go out of my way to talk to anybody.
Doesn't take the initiative.
I don't take the initiative. But if you think I'm cool, you like want to talk to me, then we can be best friends forever. We'll last forever. Just as long as you start the conversation, we're good to go.
That's a good thing to know.
Yep. I am trying to get better at it. Don't know if it's
Aren't we all?
Yeah. So there's one. Another thing. This is hard. I don't know what. I died once, technically. The only reason why I mention that is because if anyone gets around me and they get around my friends, they'll bring it up, and it takes a long time to explain. So, but yeah, that happened. The last one. Golly, I have no idea. Why'd you pick such a hard question? You know, we should have bounced back and forth. You can say two, and I'll think about some.
Oh, I don't know how to word this. I'd say most of the time, I'm like, in whatever situation I am, I'm like there to have a good time. And like, what I say is I'm trying to just like be funny, like joking, or like teasing. Not that I think I come across as like a jokester, but like I'm just there to like have fun, sure. Like I'll tease people, yeah. And I'm not like, most of the time it's like I don't want things to like get serious, because that stresses me out. But there are times when I do like I am like the like serious and like people like trying to be funny, I'm like get irritated at. And I think the one situation I can think of is probably church.
That's where my mind is going.
Because I don't know, I'm a very like black and white thinker, and so like at church there's all bunch of us coming together, and we have our different backgrounds and like views and what we think is right or wrong or like what's appropriate or not. And I think I've gotten better at accepting people, but like it's still sometimes I'll just like some things will irritate me.
Totally fair, totally understandable.
So there's one that was a really long, complicated one.
Oh,
the second one is probably that I'm a food scientist. Like food, we joke in my family that like food is our love language.
Wow.
Like that's the first thing. Like if I'm trying to like help someone, I will like can I bring you food? Like make you food? Like let's go get ice cream? Like that's just like how like what I like give. And I mean I love food. So that's really just like gift, yeah. Probably just know that I love food. But I'm also not super like critical of food. People like when they hear I'm a food scientist will be like they'll like express their worry when they're like cooking for me and everything. And like I have like I say I have like a common palate. Like I'll like pretty much eat anything and like it. It doesn't have to be like very fancy, or like I'll like usually like I'll like it.
Gotcha.
So that's an important thing. So if you're cooking for me, don't worry.
Okay, good to know. Okay, my last one that you should know is I really like bananas and banana flavored like anything. Like I've had, this probably came from my mission, but they had banana soda down there, and it is the best drink on earth. Like when I get to heaven, I hope the rivers flow with this stuff because it's so good.
What's the banana flavor? Because there's different. Is it like the Laffy Taffy banana?
It's probably more Laffy Taffy. That's what I've heard other people say. Banana Laffy Taffy.
But
best Laffy Taffy.
I have heard, this is a while ago, from one of my roommates who I trust because he was very smart, that like a long time ago, bananas, like that's what bananas tasted like, and they based the banana Laffy Taffy off of like the banana flavor, but because of like genetically modifying the bananas or like whatever they did, we've changed like the banana flavor.
From what I've heard as a banana connoisseur,
yes,
cabin, it's like a C something is the name of the original ones, but what happened was they like overproduced them and then they got disease and they all died out.
Yes, that's
and it just all disappeared. But yeah, so good to know. I like the original flavor. They better be in heaven. But yeah, banana everything, banana peanut butter. Banana, like wafers, banana, it's just so good. Anything banana is the best.
Interesting.
Yep.
What's your turn now? I don't know. I didn't get this far. Your banana question, your banana response threw me off.
Causing chaos.
I think another thing is, I think I'm very like all in or like nothing. Like if I'm going to like commit to something, like I guess this pertains more to like school or work. Like I will like sacrifice like my free time. I'll come in Saturdays when I'm like committed to do something. Like I'll like do it and get it done. Or on the opposite side, I'm very like I feel like my life, I'm like all in, like I'm like going, and then when I like stop, I'm like at zero. Like I can't like there's no in between for me, I feel like. And if there is an in between, I feel like I'm like got a flat tire the day and I'm like limping along just like trying to do stuff, but like not being super effective because I probably went too hard the day before or something.
Oh man. That's a good one.
Okay, what is one thing most people don't know about you?
Bro, I don't know. I feel like I'm a mostly open book.
Has to be something.
There probably is a lot of things, but I just don't think about them because they don't come up in general conversation. So I just don't.
That is true.
One thing people should know about me is, or that don't know about me,
Have you gone on any cool trips? Have any like secret talents?
I don't know. I have started trying to write music.
Okay.
And I am trying to learn how to do embroidery.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah. So those are definitely things people don't know about me.
Nice. For me, going off your embroidery thing, I started learning how to knit
Oh.
last December.
Dude, knitting is hard. I don't even want to try it.
It's honestly, it's not super bad. The problem is I haven't done it for a while, so it's like remembering. And I'm doing like this blanket.
Okay.
So like bigger stitches, which is nice. But I'm also like, this is how like knowledgeable I am. I don't even know the stitches name, but like I'm like knitting one way, and then when I'm like going back, it's like the opposite. So the hard part is when I restart, I'm like, which do I end on?
Gotcha.
And no, anyway, so, and it's like thick yarn, and like my needles are like bad. And so it's hard sometimes when it's like, if it's like super tight, and then like it's just like everywhere. But yeah, there you go.
Oh,
we are two homebodies. We've got some domestic talents.
I guess. We're just, yep. You just see the dark side of us, which is the homebody side of us.
That's the dark side.
It's going to the dark side. We like to cross stitch and throw up sweet home up on the wall and all those cheesy sayings. Oh man. Okay. What should we do? A final question?
Sure. Honestly, I could keep going.
We could keep going.
There's so many questions.
Early bird or night owl? Let's do a rapid fire round.
Okay. As I pause. Currently, I'm a night owl. It's just easier to stay up, but I like being an early bird when I can actually do it. And I used to be one growing up, but like as the older I've gotten, the more like night owlish I've gotten.
Oh man, yeah. I'm definitely a night owl. I can remember like specific days when I was like an early bird, and that's how rare it is that like it's like a holiday of how special it was. So I'm definitely a night owl.
That's funny. What's an underused emoji?
Probably the dancing lady.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know why. Just feels like I need to use it more, and other people should use it more. It has a lot of spice to it.
That is a good one. I'm like flipping through. I think the one that came to my mind was the T-Rex. The dinosaur. That's underused.
That is definitely underused. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it. What's your color to wear?
Ooh. I'm a gray, I think. I have a lot of gray and white t-shirts. But yeah, I just think like a nice, like a gray on like khaki or like tan.
Yeah.
Like that is a good combo, especially like in the summer, like tan shorts, gray t-shirt. That's like, you can't beat that.
That's true. I think I used to be similar, but I think I'm starting to go to like black, which is really sad because I only have like one black shirt. But I'm like, dude, this is a nice looking shirt. I need to wear more black shirts. So
nice.
I think I might start going black. Hit my emo phase. See how it goes.
If you're to go to the Walmart right now into their candle aisle, what candle scent would you buy?
Ooh, spruce. Anything that smells like a mountain. Or like Christmas time. So
It's a good one. I feel like there's not many of those. Like I want to like it, but I just like, for whatever reason, I smell it and I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for with that.
Okay, so
that's
what are you looking for?
Pumpkin spice. Hands down. I've been wanting to go since before
pumpkin spice.
Autumn actually happened, fall happened, but I've been holding myself off, and it's about like, I need it because my candles currently are slowly dwindling.
In case you didn't know, there's a little backstory about pumpkin spice. I learned a lot about pumpkin spice from a presentation Sam gave a little bit ago.
Mostly all of that was true too.
So we might have to have an episode where you tell us all about the adventures of
But
pumpkin spice.
Okay, pumpkin spice is just like the best scent. Like
It
it's
is
so
pretty
good to walk in, and
It's so
smells,
recognizable.
and it's also so good to eat.
Yeah.
Like if you get like pumpkin pie is good, but if you get like a pumpkin pie like flavored thing, if they do it right,
like pumpkin
and you
flavored
bite
ice
in,
cream.
yes. Oh my gosh. Or
So
like,
good.
the Pop Tarts are pretty good.
I don't know if I've ever tried those ones.
I think I'm trying to remember if I've had like pumpkin spice Cheerios or not.
If not, we need to make those.
I'm just saying that like
That
you
sounds
get
amazing.
it and it just tastes amazing, and if they do it right, it tastes like pumpkin pie, and like you're in heaven. And yeah, I rest my case.
It's a good case. It's a good case. I'm okay with it. What is your comfort snack / food?
Ooh,
Oh shoot, I need to think about this.
it depends. I'd say mostly it's probably carrots and peanut butter eaten together, like baby carrots, because I normally have those. Like that's a standard, like I need something to eat, I'll eat that. Others, if I have a granola, I'm also eating that.
Okay.
And
You are so much healthier than I am.
and if I have corn chips and cheddar cheese, I'll have nachos.
Oh wow. Dang. Okay, you got a whole list. Comfort food. Probably donut holes. Specifically the like sprinkle ones I have at Walmart. I don't know what it is.
Like actually have sprinkles.
Yeah, they're like the black ones, and then they have like the little like funfetti type sprinkles on them.
I don't know if I've actually ever seen those.
That's because I buy them all and eat them.
I can picture them, but I don't know if I've like ever, because normally it's like powdered or like
or like the brown
like
ones.
maybe like an icing on it.
Yeah, I don't know what those are, but no, they're just like dark, more like cake type ones, and then they just have the sprinkles on top, and they're so good. But yeah, that's definitely a comfort one I have. Either that or like Twinkies.
I mean, honestly, those are good. Like,
Yeah.
can't go wrong with any of those.
Yeah. But if I'm going to the store to buy those, it means like I'm in a rough mood, and like that's the only thing that's getting me through that time.
Oh, here's a good one. For currently the time we're in, Thanksgiving.
Yes.
If you can only have one Thanksgiving dish, and that's like what you can have, like the whole Thanksgiving feast is, what's it going to be?
Oh, one thing out of everything. The rolls my mom makes.
Ooh.
They're like crescent type ones.
Okay, yeah.
So good. So much butter. So just
Rolls are good.
You get it fresh out of the oven. Like the biggest problem is they like don't take that long to cook, so we like cook them up and we have like 2 hours left to Thanksgiving dinner. More than half of them are gone by the time we get there. So
That's funny.
yeah.
For me, I was thinking about it, and I think it might be stuffing.
Really?
Like, I love Thanksgiving dinner, but I'm like, if I can only have one thing, like stuffing's good.
I feel like stuffing is like very much you either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
And I'm on the hate it side. I don't know what it is about stuffing, but it's just like
It'd have to probably depend on the stuffing.
okay.
But like, I think I've had stuffing where there's like craisins maybe, or like, I don't know, fruit type. I don't know. But like I don't know. But yeah, mostly I think most of the stuffings I've had are good.
Okay.
It's either that or like pie.
That's true.
Because like you can't go wrong with pies.
Shoot, I need to buy stuff for pie for Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. What piece of furniture in your house is your favorite?
My bookcase.
Ooh, surprising.
I mean, it's one of the only furniture pieces I actually own. But like, I was so happy to get it. I have like all my books on it that I like brought from home. And so it's just like nice to like, there's just something about like, these are all the books I have. I don't know, like,
on display. Dude, there's something to say when you got like your bookcase.
So like,
and you have books to
impressive.
display. It's nice. I don't think I like any of my furniture. All of it could disappear and I'd be like, sweet. Thank
We may need to
goodness.
change that.
Yeah. I hope I can change it soon. Especially this couch. This couch.
I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
It's an
This is
okay
a good
couch. But it's just could be better. It's like
Maybe, but like,
It's like having, I don't even know what's a good food analogy. It's like having carrots, but it could have peanut butter on it.
Okay. I'll give you that one. You're playing to my likes.
Actually, it's cool. The place I'm getting, they're leaving their couch.
Is it a nice couch?
I don't remember. I think it's better than this one. But if not, at least I'll have 2 couches. I can sit more than 3 people at a time.
That's about me.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's you.
All right. If you were to join a band or orchestra, what instrument would you play?
Oh, if I could, probably guitar.
I'm assuming you don't currently play the guitar?
No.
Okay.
It would be so awesome. Or drums. Either guitar or drums.
Yeah,
drums
percussion
would be, cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think percussion, but I think also like the organ or like an orchestra. Like the organ is just like you can do so much cool stuff.
It's just a beast. It is
and,
so cool.
I mean, to be good enough to like play the organ at that level, like that'd be awesome.
Like watching the like
do Interstellar like
dude,
or,
you just like teleport yourself anytime you play the organ.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so cool. Dang. What slang do you overuse?
I don't know. When I wrote this question, I thought of like lol. Like I just say, I feel like I just say lol a lot. Like I probably definitely like in texting, it's not really slang, but like haha. I think I'm a haha texter.
Dude.
Just like anything remotely funny. I'm like haha.
I so overuse it.
I think lol too. I would like just with like something happens and it's like remotely funny. I'll be like lol. That or maybe like janky or like sketchy.
Interesting.
I don't feel like I use slang that much.
I don't feel like I do either.
But
yeah. Like what is what is slang? Like what does that even mean? Because like I use a lot of filler words, but I don't really think they're slang.
No, it's probably more of like you have like cap, where it like has like a cap is like what I have on like a bottle or like a water bottle, but it like means something totally else to the teenagers. And honestly, that might be like so 2022.
I have one, but it's not good. I don't want to say it. Liar, you know what I'm talking about. Moving on. This last question just killed me, and we have to address it. If a different beverage came out of each of your fingers, what 5 beverages would you want?
Okay, I thought about this. This is a sorry, I don't know what I was gonna say. Chocolate milk.
Ooh.
Water.
Underrated.
Trying to think. I had this. Maybe like Gatorade.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking of all. I thought this was gonna be easy, and then I'm like, thinking of all
You're
the
running out of beverage.
Apple juice. And maybe Sprite.
Okay.
I think those are probably like all solid ones.
One soda thrown there. Those are pretty solid though. The chocolate milk was an underrated one I didn't think about. I'd probably go banana soda. Milk, vitamin water, specifically the like dragon fruit flavor. So good. I love it. Shoot, this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Probably water, because it'd be nice to just always have water available. Yeah. And maybe root beer.
All solid choices.
Yeah.
Here's the question: would it come out room like body temperature? Cold.
Can I choose what it comes out as, or is it like once you choose it, it's
if
set?
this happened, I'm sure we could control that. It'd be like coming out. I'd prefer.
I just have ice everywhere.
I'd prefer cold for all mine. I think.
Yeah. About the only one I would like want warm is like the water. That's the only one I would like potentially want it to
warm
be
water?
warm water. Maybe like hot chocolate. You're just like, shh.
Oh, okay, that is a good point.
Like cider, all those. Yeah. Take a shower of yourself. I don't know.
All right, those are all fair points. I just think I'm stuck in a desert. I have water coming out of my finger. I want it to be cold.
That would be so nice.
Or like I'm on a run, like
yes.
cold water
in the middle, just.
But like all your things about needing warm water, yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, but if I could only choose hot or cold, definitely cold. Just always cold. Hot take.
Oh,
Do you have any hot takes?
I'm sure I do. I just can't think of any. 1 second.
I can't think of any either. There's a bad one. Skip it.
No, I can say a hot take.
Okay.
That many people who are going to be listening to this would disagree with.
Oh.
Your hot take would be that Colorado is better than Utah. Now the thing is, if you would classify as a hot take, because in your mind it's like fact, it's like truth. So I don't know if that's like works as a hot take.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think of something that. Oh, actually, hot take.
Okay.
Domino's gluten-free pepperoni pizza is underrated. Like it's
Really?
so good. I brought some for you to try.
Okay, I think I've tried it. I think it's good, like fresh. If it's fresh, it's okay. But for whatever reason, after it's fresh,
I don't know. I've liked it. Like I've heated it up. I've been eating it.
maybe that's what I need to do. I need to heat up my food.
Do you not eat a pizza?
Usually not. Like if it's just like thrown in the fridge, it's so much better cold.
Interesting.
I like base what pizza I prefer on whether it's good cold or not.
Interesting. I feel like most of the time with pizza, I'll eat it warmed up. Now I'm not opposed to eating like cold pizza.
Yeah.
But it's probably like, oh, I'm in a hurry, or like my pizza's in the microwave warming up, and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat this cold pizza. But
have to have your appetizer slice.
But Domino's gluten-free pizza is like, I think it's like the thin crust I like, but also like the flavor of the crust. I think that just adds to it. It's just like
I'll have to
good. Like I would like if I was gluten-free
try.
and I had to eat it, I wouldn't complain.
Maybe I should give it a try right now. Give it a live reaction.
So yeah, there's
Okay.
my hot take.
Okay, my hot take, not the Colorado one, because that's fact and not a hot take. My hot take is, shoot, I didn't actually think of one. I don't know if I have. I have a hot take. I have a hot take that I will die on top of this hill. Bonfires in the summer are the dumbest things ever. Like they're like, we're having a fire in the middle of summer. Let's get together. Awful. Worst idea ever. Why on earth would you inflict yourself to be warm and then smell terrible? Why? It's so bad. I hate it.
Points. When you say bonfire, do you just mean like a fire?
Yeah.
Because that's something I feel like, maybe it's just college people, but I feel like people overuse the word bonfire when it really means she's a fire. Like a bonfire is this like huge pile of wood.
And that's cool, because you're just like, that's
and
a lot of fire.
I think I've only been to like one bonfire ever, but everyone says a bonfire when I think they actually mean like fire.
Here's this little thing.
But I agree with the smoke. That's one thing I do not like about fires is like getting smoky. But what about like in the mountains, like at night?
No.
Even in the summer when it's like cooling off?
Useless. Why would you want it? You can sit there and talk without the fire. Why do you need to just burn and stuff for no reason?
Here's my thing, is that, like I'm not going when it's like super hot, but like go in the evenings, like set up when you have some daylight, you let it get dark, cool off, but like still at a temperature where you don't need like a coat to sit but sitting out, and like the fire's giving some warmth, but like not like super hot.
That's
and then you can like roast marshmallows and hot dogs, and it's not like, because I feel like if you do it in like the fall or winter time when it gets super cold, like one part of me is going to be cold.
Well, like even in the summer, you're always going to be too hot on one side.
No,
always too hot.
I think there are.
And I think
there's situations where you can
stuff roasted over the fire is
hot.
overrated. You're just like, it only tastes good because I'm in the middle of nowhere and this is all I have to eat. It's so much better in any other form. Just no.
That's funny.
So that's my hot take.
All right, I'll disagree. Oh, I had one. Oh, here's a question. This is a little deep. When getting to know someone, what's the most important thing that you want to know?
Ooh, this is a deep one. and I don't know how to answer it.
I can give you my answer because I actually have one for this.
Okay, give me time to think.
Yeah. I think for this one is I just want to know like what's unique about a person, because I think everyone. The more I've talked to people and gotten to know people, like everyone like has a super cool like interests or like job or something that's just like that is so cool. Like tell me more. And I think just the hard part is like finding that out of like asking the right questions. Or like even like having them tell you. I'm not very good at that, but I just think like what's unique about you, and like let me like know, because it's probably going to be really awesome.
I think that's a really good one. Kind of going along with that, I think I want to know their type of humor. Because then, like, it's so easy to just, like, start up an inside joke, just do all these things. I don't know. It's so awesome. Yeah, humor. If I can get to know their humor off the bat, it's all uphill from there. Not uphill. It's all smooth sailing. Using the wrong analogies. Okay. Well, we're at an hour.
Yeah. Probably wrap up.
Okay, let's
30
think of
minutes was just way too short.
Yeah, 30 minutes is way too short. I don't. We'll have to see.
I feel like we've kept this lively.
I think so too. It's been good. We've been getting good stuff. Okay, final question. Ooh, maybe we can think of one to ask them, but you don't have to answer, because then you can get.
Do we ask our audience?
Ooh, we could ask our audience. I don't know.
Oh, wait, just wait a minute. What
like, I will ask you a question, but I don't have to answer it.
Oh, okay.
But that requires me thinking of a question. Let's not do that. How do we wrap this up? We didn't actually talk about this part.
I have a question to help wrap this up.
Okay.
What's, like, if we think about, like, people this is going to...
Dude, I was literally just thinking about this.
What do you, like... I'm trying to formulate a question. I didn't write this down. I just thought of it on the spot. Like, what do you want them to, like, get out of it? Or, like, what do you feel like the purpose of, like, this podcast? Like, going forward... in like their life, how do you feel like this podcast, how is it going to fit in their life, and like maybe situations that they like listen it to?
That's a great question. I think it could be kind of like almost like a step out of like issue or whatever, and just like hang with friends for a second.
Okay.
Just like they might not be able to talk with us, but it's like they're just like a part of the conversation, just like listening to us, getting to know us, that they feel like, oh yeah, these are my buds, and we're all, and they just know us well enough that they're like, yeah, I know these guys, and it's awesome.
I love that. I love like thinking of it as like a just conversation of like friends.
Yeah.
Of, like people who listen, like we'll take them in as friends. And granted, we probably won't know them, but like they can feel like they know us and that they have friends. Because I feel like I've had that similar experience with like podcasts I listen to. I'm like, I know these people, but I really don't know them.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be awesome. It'd be so cool. Just like, even if just like one person was like, yeah, this helped me, because it felt like I had two guys that were just like there with me. Be awesome.
And we're keeping it real. We're giving you a snapshot into what. It's happening.
We have just scratched the surface here. We went for an hour, but that is just barely touching the surface of what we got going on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Looking in the future, if this podcast were to go for 5 years, where do you think it would be in 5 years?
Where it would be?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's exciting. But like,
I'm real optimistic.
Awesome. If it could like go 5 years or more, like this is something we do. Wow, I don't know how to answer that. I think like still having like the vibe or like the feel of like it's just a group of like friends talking.
Yeah.
But I would see it like new topics, new questions. I'd say I could see it like evolving a little bit more to being more maybe a little structured. But like, or like focused on something, or like having like, I don't know, more of a purpose. I mean, if it stays like how I foresee it the next like 2 months. I don't know. Like I think it would be like great of just like, hey, this is kind of what's happening in like just ordinary people's like lives, and like this is the real like I don't know.
I really like that. Like, yeah, I think if it were to go those 5 years, I think the like coolest thing I would have is just see the seasons that it went through of just like this came in, this happened, just like evolving over time. That would be cool. And like if it lasted 5 years, just seeing it evolve, growing from this table with a blanket on it to try and sound in my living room.
It'd be interesting, like if it was still going, like 5 years from now, if it was still going, like who's listening to it? Are we like still based in Cache Valley? Are we like United States, like global, like it'd just be interesting to like see the impact. Now that's a long ways away, so
we're real optimistic.
But here's another thing you know. I'm a future thinker. I'm always thinking about the future and planning.
That's good.
Almost to like it's a bad thing.
That's good because I don't plan at all. So I think we got a really good balance going on.
You're the guy on the planner.
Yep, that sounds like a perfect type of a relationship. Oh man. Okay. Any final question you want to have for the listeners? I don't know how they're going to respond, but get them thinking.
What's something that you want to know about Sam and Sam?
True.
Let us know.
I'm going to be.
And if you're listening to this, you probably know how to contact us.
Probably can speak directly to us, so please
if you don't, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, let us know, and we can talk about it in the next episode, and we'll shout you out, and it'll be awesome. Yeah. Okay. Any final thoughts?
No, but I know how I want to close it.
Okay, I don't know, so I'll throw it your way.
All right, this is Sam and Sam signing out for now. Thanks for your time.